2A gang, what's good with you? As always, fam, anything I say in this episode, prior episodes, and future episodes is just my personal opinion. You shouldn't take it as fact. You shouldn't take it as law. Always do your own homework and come up with your own conclusions. Right about now, fam, you know what I'm going to say. If you could, go ahead and tap that like button for you, boy. It only takes a second. It only takes a second, but it means so much. All right. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I ask you to go ahead and subscribe. I think you're going to enjoy the content. If you don't, you can always unsubscribe later. No harm, no foul. And to my existing subscribers, I thank you so much for all your support. And thank you for keep coming back. All right. So look, fam, let's get it rolling. So look, fam, it's about that time. I told y'all I was bringing the top 5 videos in 2022. I'm here for all the smoke. That is what the comments are for. If you have a competition pistol that you think is not represented in my top 5, or you don't like the order of my top 5, feel free to clap back. But like I said before, if you gonna clap, be ready to get it, right? Be ready to get it. All right, so look, fam, this episode, again, is about the top 5 competition pistols. A couple weeks back, we did our top 5 full-size pistols, and this is going to be part of a series. If you want to check out all the other videos in the series, this is only the second of many, but it'll be on a playlist that you can find on the channel called Top 5s. All right? So look, let's dive into it. This week, like last week, I've got some honorable mentions. Look, y'all. There's a lot of guns out there. There's a lot of guns out there, family. And so I would be remiss if I didn't mention these guns. They weren't quite good enough to crack my top 5, but they deserve mention nonetheless. Okay, the first one up, I don't have in my collection, but I've shot it many, many times. I see it. It's a mainstay in the competition pistol world. Every time I go and shoot at a competition, they're all over the place. And that is the Glock 34. Look, fam, this is Glock's competition pistol. It features a longer slide than the Glock 17. It's got slide cuts in it to make the gun lighter weight and cycle more quickly. It is a great pistol, there's no doubt, and it's super reliable. And when you're doing competition, you need a gun that's reliable. When seconds matter, you can't be trying to, fix malfunctions and everything. You need to be hitting the target and running to the next. And so the Glock 34 is a worthwhile, honorable mention candidate. I'll put some details up there about the Glock 34, but like I said, I've shot it many times. It really gives you a long sight picture that enables accuracy. Longer slide, again, it's a little bit more weighted than, say, the 17, so it's more recoil resistant. So the Glock 34, y'all, honorable mention all day long. All right, let's get up to the second honorable mention. Now, this is a pistol that if you saw my top 5 gun collection video, then you know that I sang the praises of this manufacturer. I told you I thought that out of the box, this manufacturer is out here, taking people's lunch money. They just continue to do it, and they continue to do it at an affordable price. And so that is my Canik TP9 SFX. So you guys see I got the optic on there, and I got that 45 blast compensator. But other than that, the gun is 100% stock. And look, fam, this SFX, what makes it special, again, and this is going to be something that you're going to see consistent in a lot of the pistols that I'm going to show you today. But typically they have a longer slide radius. They tend to be a little bit heavier to help offset recoil. They tend to have slide cuts that serve to keep the gun flatter. And they all are going to have really good triggers. So safe, by the way, nothing in the mag, safe and clear, right? So let's take a look at this trigger. So you can see very little creep in that, right? Defined wall, crisp clean break. Look at the reset. Bam, bam. This is an out of the box trigger. This is an out of the box trigger. So once again, y'all, now the TP9 SFX has, I mean, Canik, like I said, they're doing their thing. They have a bunch of different variants of the SFX, all of which are kind of competition design and all of which are tremendous. So this is my honorable mention, Canik TP9 SFX. Man, if you ain't knowing, now you know. Now you know. Okay, now for my third honorable mention. Look, fam, this gun, a lot of the guns I'm going to be talking about today have variants. So the gun I'm going to show you is a variant of the one that is in my honorable mention. And again, you saw this gun on, it made the honorable mention in my full-size collection. And that's because it is a fantastic gun. And of course, I'm talking about the M&P 2.0. Now, the honorable mention for competition purposes is the Performance Center. So they make the stock M&P 2.0. They make the M&P 2.0 Pro Series, which is what this is. And then they make the M&P 2.0 Performance Center. Now, if you're going to do, there's nothing, the way I have it set up here with that Apex trigger, this gun is ready for competition, right? But if you're looking for out-of-the-box gun where you don't have to make any modifications and it's ready to compete, I would get the Performance Center version of the M&P 2.0 over the Pro Series. Okay, look, fam, I told you guys in the full-size gun video that the M&P is one of the best feeling guns in the hand. It is unbelievable how comfortable the grip is, and the grip is, you know, man, it makes up a lot of your accuracy. So if you don't have a gun that fits good in your hands, and this is not just, and I want to, you know, I've got big paws, so but I want you to know, like, I've heard women shooters say it, men shooters at various skill levels, everybody loves the way the M&P 2.0 fits in the hand. And with the Performance Center, the balance on the gun is really good. And with the Performance Center, with the increased internals and the upgraded trigger, fam, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with the M&P 2.0 Performance Center. And that is our third honorable mention. All right, look, it's time for the top 5, fam. It is time for the top 5. Coming in at number 5, look, this manufacturer has found its way into the top 5 full-size as well as the top 5 competition pistols. I think it is a testimony to the quality product that they put out. Look, fam, I am talking about none other than the Walther PPQ Q5 match. Now, for the purposes of the top 5, I'm referring to the steel frame version. They make a steel frame version and they make a polymer version. This is the polymer version. Now, the polymer version would have knocked out one of those other ones in honorable mention. I just didn't want to have variants of the same gun throughout the list. But look, whether it's the polymer version or steel frame version, both of them are outstanding pistols. Walther, man, they are about it, fam. They are about it, free and clear, right? Look, fam, the way the Walther sits in the hand is phenomenal. You can see all the various slide cuts throughout. And again, that is to mitigate the recoil, to keep the gun shooting flat, makes for a lighter weight gun, a lighter weight slide. The balance on the gun is really good. The feel of it in your hands It's really good sights on the gun. Look, fam, you can't go wrong with that Walther Q5 match. And the steel frame, again, the heavier weight on that helps it mitigate the recoil, aids in the balance, allows you to stay flatter shooting. And so that's why I give the steel frame version an edge over the polymer version, but both of them are spectacular. And coming in at number 5, you have the Walther PPQ Q5 match steel frame. All right, look, let's keep the party rolling. Let's keep the party jumping, and let's get into number 4. Now, this is a gun that I don't have actively in my collection, but look, fam, don't be surprised if it finds its way in there some way, somehow. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. All right? And I have shot the gun, love it, love it, love it. Look, from a looks perspective, from a fit and finish perspective, this gun is a stunner. It's a straight stunner. And I am talking about the Beretta 92X. And I'll put some footage up of the Beretta 92X, fam. This is one attractive looking gun. Beretta did that. They did that. Now look, fam, this is another gun though that has a ton of variants. We got, the 92, the 92S, and all kinds of variants of the 92. The 92X is the best offering of all of those pistols for competition purposes. But if you wanted to go less expensive, you could choose a 92, one of the 92 variants, and you would be doing very well for yourself. Please believe me. But the 92X, wait. This gun, again, fam, like I said, fit and finish is amazing. The weight it gives you great balance. Great shooter, flat shooter, accurate shooter. You cannot go wrong with the 92X, which is why it made number 4 on the list, the Beretta 92X. All right? Okay, look, fam. Now we getting down to the nitty gritty. All right? The top 3. Now, look, fam, look. Come on. I know some of y'all are mad. Look, because, maybe one of the guns I talk about didn't make it into the top 3. I ain't mentioning your competition pistol, so you a little salty. Maybe it's in the top 3, and so hold off on those. But if you don't like the order, again, that's what the comments are for, y'all. That's what the comments are for. All right, look, let's get into the top 3. This next gun made not only the top 3 of my full gun list, it is also making the top 3 of the competition pistol list. And this is a testament to the quality of this firearm, which is why I think if you don't have it in your collection, it is definitely one that you should consider. And of course, I'm talking about the gun that came in number 1 on my full-size list. It's coming in at number 3 on the competition list, and that is the Sig Sauer P320 X5 Legion. Look, fam. Damn, this gun is incredible. Look, you know how hard it is to be considered the best full-size, one of the best full-size pistols out there, and also be one of the best competition pistols out there out of the box. Out of the box? Come on. Come on. The X5 Legion is special. Now, like I said, this is a polymer gun, but it's cheating because it's tungsten infused, and so the weight the gun is a heavier gun. Again, the weight mitigates the recoil. You can see it has all the slide cuts. Again, to help that gun shooting flat. And fam, the slide, it's like it's on rails. It's like it's on rails. It's like it's on rollers. It's like it's on rollers. And so look, fam, this gun, great weight, great fit and finish, very accurate. You see a lot of the high-level competition shooters that I see out there are rocking this P320, this P320 X5 Legion. man, they're all over the place at the competitions. And I see why. And like I said, fam, great trigger. So look, I mean, there's no creep, y'all. There is really no creep. Definable wall, clean break. Look at the reset. Fam. Look, fam. I don't know what to tell you. But if you're looking for like a do-all pistol and you're thinking, man, I want to get a handgun for home defense, a full-size handgun for home defense. I also want a competition pistol. If you're looking for a gun that can serve multiple purposes, the M&P 2.0 is a great one. And so is this, baby. So is this. All right, let's get into numero dos. All right, number 2. Look, fam. Look, fam. I've done a full review on this gun. I told you guys that I think that out of the box for the money, this quite arguably could be the best pistol that's out there, period. And this is a pistol that I use in my competitions. And of course, I'm talking about the CZ Shadow 2. Look, fam, in addition to being a very attractive gun, this gun has so many features. Now, I will say this, that the CZ, we talked about a lot of variants, right? The CZ Shadow 2 is kind of a variant of the CZ75. They're very similar. And there's kind of a lot of 75 variants out there. Any of them would serve you well in a competition setting. The CZ Shadow 2 just happens to be kind of, you know, the top of the food chain for CZ when it comes to competition pistols. This gun is so, in addition to feeling really good in the hands, in addition to being, what stands out to me about the Shadow 2 more than anything else is how evenly distributed the weight is. And I talked about how the P320 is like it's on rollers. I mean, so is this. I mean, slide is perfection. It is such a flat shooting gun and so accurate. I mean, arguably one of the most accurate pistols I've ever shot, which is why I use it for competition. And y'all, the trigger, look, look, fam. So that's your creep. So the creep is almost non-existent, right? That's your break. Look at your reset. Bam. Bam. Phenomenal trigger. Very reminiscent of a 1911 feeling trigger. Like I said, I've done a full review on it. Definitely go back and check out that. It's under the playlist for gun reviews. But this is the trigger. This is the gun that I use for all of my competitions. It is, like I said, just as a pistol, one of the best out of the box pistols you can find. And for competition shooting, it is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. You'll see a lot of CZ75 variants and a lot of Shadow 2s out in the competitions. All right, let's get to numero uno. Number 1. Now, before I get to number 1, and before a lot of y'all start sounding off in the comments, look, I didn't really have any constriction. As you can see, I got polymer frame guns, I got steel frame gun. Don't matter. This is just about competition pistols. The one criteria, though, that I did kind of do is I eliminated what I'm calling super guns. You know, guns that are like 4, 5, 6,000. The Lago Arms Alien didn't make the list just because it's unattainable for most people. The Atlas Athena, which is another 4, 5, 6 grand, it's unattainable for most people. So I eliminated that, right? And so if you don't see any of the super guns, those are the reason why. Now this gun here, though, it's probably a super gun, but it is one of the more affordable super guns. And it's really meant to represent a category of pistols. So this is a variant. The one I'm going to show you is a variant of the one that makes number 1. But it's also a class of pistols that are out there. And so I'm going to put this up, and this is the #1 competition pistol is the Staccato XC. Now, this is the Staccato P Duo, so it's a variant, right? The XC, the primary difference between the XC and the P Duo is #1, the XC has a lighter trigger pull, it has a slightly longer slide, and it has a compensated, an internal compensator. And so to allow it to shoot flatter. But look, fam, believe me when I tell you, Staccato knows from which it comes. So let me, that's your take up, right? Let me show you that reset. And fam, what's crazy is the XC has an even lighter trigger pull. And so you talk about like, and really so 2011s, this is a 2011, which basically is a double stacked 1911 chambered in 9mm. And so look, fam, they got it right. So the reason why the CZ Shadow 2 is so good is because it is very reminiscent in terms of trigger and feel as a 1911. And 1911s are some of the most accurate shooting guns out there. And so what 2011s have done is they said, okay, we're going to take your trigger, we're going to take the weight distribution of the 1911, only instead of having, 7 rounds of 45 ACP, if you're in a non-capacity limited state, we're going to give you a double stack 17 round 2011. Come on, y'all. Feels incredible in the hands. The weight distribution is unbelievable. The sight picture is phenomenal. STI is one of the best brands out there. The XC is not cheap, but it is not, like an Atlas gun works. It's not the Lago Alien. It's not up there. It is attainable. Maybe, it'll take you a while, but it is an attainable firearm. And so, and if you want that 2011 and maybe the XC is a little bit too much for you, look, there is no shame in competing with the P Duo. I'm just giving you kind of the best for competition pistol that's out there. But I mean, you could definitely do this. It's a little bit less expensive than the XC. Bull Armory makes a great 2011 too. So there's a lot of 2011s out there. That's an emerging market. And maybe we'll do a video at some point on the best 2011s out there. We've certainly got one coming on the best 1911s out there. So be looking out for them. All right, so that's it, fam. What? You tell me. You got a competition pistol that outduels any of the ones that I just laid. Holler back. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear it. I doubt it, but I would love to hear it. All right, or if you got an issue with the order, I'm not. Some of this is feel too, right? And so if you think that some of the guns are out of order, I am anxious to hear about that. More than anything, fam, I thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Take care of one another. Until next time, peace.